Do you sometimes feel tired, even after sleeping? Do you want to learn a superpower that can change your life? If yes, then this video is for you. Today, we will explore the amazing world of sleep and discover how you can improve it, starting tonight. Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Journey. I'm Celine, and on this channel, we believe in helping you grow personally while mastering English. We release new videos every day to help you improve your English skills and transform your life. Before we start, please take a moment to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more valuable content for you. Stay tuned until the end of the video for a quick quiz to test your understanding and some key takeaways. The ultimate guide to better sleep, tonight. Imagine a world where you wake up every day feeling refreshed, energetic, and ready to achieve your goals. This isn't just a dream, it's a real possibility when you truly understand the science of sleep. You will spend nearly 1/3 of your life in the realm of sleep, which is about 26 years for an average person. Yet, for most people, sleep remains a mystery. They don't know the first thing about what is actually happening when they sleep. It's hard to improve something that you don't fundamentally understand. A good night's sleep can brighten your world with endless possibilities. It can make you feel strong and capable. On the other hand, a bad night's sleep can turn simple tasks into overwhelming challenges. Overall, the better you sleep, the longer you live. Once you understand the sleep realm, you unlock all the secrets to a better night's sleep. You will discover the reasons why you had a good night or a bad night of sleep, and how your sleep can be optimized. What is sleep? The body's best repair system. Matthew Walker, a famous sleep expert and author of the amazing book Why We Sleep, says that sleep is the single most effective thing we can do to reset our brain and body health each day. He even calls it Mother Nature's best effort yet at contra-death. Sleep is a vital journey our body undertakes to keep us healthy, sharp, and ready for each new day. Let's go on a journey through the sleep cycle and become familiar with its stages and core components. Every night, when you close your eyes and gently drift away from the land of wakefulness and into a sleep, you go on a magical journey. The stages of sleep, your nightly adventure. Your journey begins at the gateway to slumber, otherwise known as Stage 1. Stage 1, the lightest sleep. This is the very beginning of your sleep journey, occurring right after you fall asleep. You will usually spend less than 10 minutes here. When you are here, you are in a very light sleep from which you can be awakened easily. You experience the gentle transition from the world of wakefulness into the realm of sleep. As we dive deeper, we reach Stage 2, which can be called the Fortress of Silence. Stage 2, the Fortress of Silence. Your body enters a more subdued state. Your temperature drops, your muscles become more relaxed, and your breathing and heart rate slow down. At the same time, your brain waves show a new pattern, and your eye movement stops. While overall brain activity slows, there are short bursts of activity here. The brain produces sleep spindles and K complexes. These phenomena, like magic spells, not only help to decrease sensory input, protecting your sleep, but also aid in memory consolidation and information processing. Someone with a higher frequency of sleep spindles will be more resilient to outside noises and being awakened easily. You then travel even deeper, where you reach the mysterious realms of Stage 3 and Stage 4, the deepest stages of sleep. Stage 3 and 4, the deepest sleep, NREM sleep. This is the land of restoration. Your brain waves become even slower. Your body tissues heal, your immune system restores, energy is replenished, and growth hormones are released. This is where your body truly heals and grows. If someone were to wake you up right now, you would feel disoriented and groggy. If you don't spend enough time here in this stage, you will feel physically tired, your immune system will become weakened, and your cognitive function will decrease. Finally, you travel up out of the deep depths of Stage 3 and 4, pass again through the land of Stage 2, and arrive at the most magical part of your journey, the theater of dreams. REM sleep, the theater of dreams. REM stands for Rapid Eye Movement Sleep, and this is where your dreams come alive. Here in REM, your brain activity is bustling, creating the fantastical stories that you experience as dreams. Although dreams may occur in any sleep stage, this is where your dreams most frequently occur. The dreams in this stage are vivid and often bizarre. Your eyes are moving randomly and rapidly. Your brain waves become similar to those of when you're awake, and the muscles in your body become paralyzed, which keeps you safe and prevents you from acting out your dream in your sleep. Scientists believe REM sleep is vital for memory consolidation, learning, mood regulation, and creativity. This is the end of one sleep cycle, and just like that, a new cycle begins, taking you on a magical journey again and again. The cycle repeats itself around every 90 minutes until the morning light calls you back. It is important to notice the unique pattern that occurs during 5 sleep cycles over 8 hours. The balance between deep sleep and REM sleep shifts over the course of the night. With each sleep cycle, deep sleep decreases and REM sleep increases. Most of your REM sleep will occur in the last few hours before you wake up. This dynamic is important because even a seemingly small reduction in sleep, say from 8 hours down to 6, could actually deprive you of up to 70% of your REM sleep. If you aren't spending enough time in REM sleep, you can expect decreased concentration, irritability, mood swings, increased stress levels, reduced creativity, and reduced problem-solving ability. Sleep isn't just a retreat from our busy lives, but a vital journey our body undertakes to keep us healthy, sharp, and ready for each new day. Your internal clocks, circadian rhythm, and adenosine. Why do you feel sleepy at night and awake in the morning? This is regulated by 2 principal factors: your internal circadian rhythm, also known as your body's 24-hour clock, and a chemical known as adenosine. 1. Your circadian rhythm, body's 24-hour clock. This internal clock dictates rhythmic patterns, including moods, eating and drinking preferences, core body temperature, and hormone release, among other things. It even impacts processes like athletic performance and the timing of births and deaths. This internal clock operates in an approximately 24-hour cycle and communicates its daily circadian rhythm signal to every region of the brain and every organ in the body. It is produced by the suprachiasmatic nucleus, SCN, in the brain, which uses light levels to calibrate your body clock. Melatonin is a hormone produced in your brain that regulates sleep and wakefulness. Its release into the bloodstream typically begins at dusk, signaling to your body to prepare for sleep. This release is gradually reduced throughout the night until the dawn's sunlight cues your brain to halt the release. While daylight is the most dependable resetting signal for our biological clock, other recurring signals such as temperature changes and social interactions can also serve this purpose. Our individual circadian rhythm differs due to our genetic makeup. Some people, often called morning larks, feel most energized in the morning, while others, the night owls, function best at night. 2. Adenosine, the sleepy chemical. Adenosine is a second key factor in sleep regulation. It progressively accumulates while you're awake, resulting in sleep pressure. After being awake for 12 to 18 hours, this pressure makes you feel sleepy. This pressure decreases as you sleep and is generally fully purged after 8 hours of sleep. The consumption of caffeine can block the effects of adenosine, but it does not prevent the chemicals buildup. This can lead to a dependency cycle, as you may feel worse once the effect of caffeine wears off. Moreover, consuming caffeine in the evening can disrupt your sleep, as 50% of it remains in your system 5 to 7 hours later. Both the circadian rhythm and adenosine work independently, powering your wake drive and sleep drive respectively throughout the day. As you sleep, adenosine levels decrease, and the combined effects make you feel wide awake at noon after a good night's sleep. Conversely, a large gap between the two drives at 11 p.m. makes you feel the urge to sleep. The larger this gap becomes between the two drives, the more sleep pressure you will feel. Understanding your sleep-wake cycle is paramount to maximizing your productivity and maintaining your health. Why is sleep so important? The amazing benefits. Sleep is truly a life support system and even a superpower. It offers incredible benefits for your brain and body. Benefits for your brain. Memory consolidation. Sleep plays an invaluable role in the consolidation of memory. Prior to learning, it refreshes our ability to form new memories, and post-learning, it solidifies these memories, reducing the likelihood of forgetting. At its core, sleep functions as a memory aid that operates on a daily cycle. During the non-rapid eye movement, NRM, sleep stage, short-term memory is shifted from the hippocampus, a limited-capacity brain region, to the cortex, a larger capacity long-term memory store. This transfer process serves dual purposes, freeing up space for new information absorption and preserving valuable information for long-term use. Motor skill improvement. The unique ability of sleep to consolidate and strengthen different types of memories extends to the domain of motor tasks, commonly known as muscle memory. In instances where a motor task proves challenging, such as executing a complex piano sequence, sleep aids the brain in practicing the skill and smoothing out the wrinkles. Therefore, waking up without sufficient sleep could lead to losing valuable sleep hours that contribute to the consolidation of these motor memories. Creativity. Sleep nurtures creativity by associating disparate memories, experiences, and skills, thus enabling the birth of fresh ideas and insights. This creative enhancement is particularly linked to the REM sleep stage. REM sleep, often associated with dreaming, functions as an informational alchemist, merging diverse knowledge stores and facilitating innovative problem-solving abilities. Emotional regulation. Sleep severely impacts emotion regulation. It reduces activity in the amygdala, the brain's emotional center, overpowering the logical prefrontal cortex. This imbalance results in alternating extreme moods, including negative ones, associated with aggression and bullying, and positive ones that can lead to risky behavior and addiction. REM sleep. Dreaming offers a form of overnight therapy, transforming painful or traumatic emotional episodes from the day into a less emotionally charged memory. During REM sleep, noradrenaline, a stress-related chemical, is entirely absent from the brain, offering an anxiety-free environment to process these memories. Sleep also plays a vital role in decoding social cues, helping you accurately read facial expressions. The dangers of sleep deprivation, not enough sleep. Poor focus and concentration. Lack of sleep notably impairs focus and concentration. After 9 hours of wakefulness, an individual can exhibit cognitive function equivalent to a legally intoxicated person. Microsleeps. In a state of exhaustion, individuals might experience microsleep episodes, momentary periods of unconsciousness lasting 1 to 2 seconds. These can potentially lead to fatal outcomes in risky situations such as driving. Astonishingly, fatigue-related errors cause more traffic incidents in the U.S. than those from alcohol and drugs combined. Mood swings. The detrimental effects of sleep deprivation extend to emotion regulation. It reduces activity in the amygdala, the brain's emotional center, overpowering the logical prefrontal cortex. Difficulty learning. The hippocampus, which is crucial for memory formation, appears to shut down without sufficient sleep. Long-term sleep deprivation can inflict lasting damage to our DNA and learning-associated genes, disrupting our capacity to learn and retain new information. Long-term brain issues. Sleep deprivation is a formidable disruptor of brain function, affecting every facet of human life. Not only does it deteriorate cognitive abilities and emotional stability, but it also contributes to long-term brain health issues, including Alzheimer's disease. Benefits for your body. Heart health. Research shows that unhealthy sleep leads to an unhealthy heart. The risk of developing and/or dying from coronary heart disease rises by 45% with progressively shorter sleep. For adults age 45 and above, sleeping fewer than 6 hours a night leads to a 200% increased likelihood of suffering a heart attack or stroke. This unhealthy sleep often results from an overreactive sympathetic nervous system that triggers a stressful fight-or-flight state, leading to increased heart rates, blood pressure, and cortisol levels. This is in contrast with the deep relaxation of the body during NREM sleep, which is characterized by a drop in heart rate and blood pressure. Metabolism and weight. Sleep deprivation also detrimentally affects metabolism, significantly contributing to weight gain and increasing the risk of type 2 diabetes. With sleep loss, your appetite increases due to changes in hunger and satiety hormones, leading to overeating and weight gain. Furthermore, a lack of sleep can make your body less able to manage calorie intake effectively. This inefficiency extends to how the body processes blood sugar, with insulin reception compromised after just a week of 4 to 5 hours of sleep per night. Hormone balance. The ramifications of sleep loss also extend to the reproductive system. Men face a significant reduction in testosterone levels, equivalent to aging 10 to 15 years with sleep deprivation. Similarly, sleep-deprived women face fertility issues, including a 20% reduction in follicular-releasing hormone necessary for conception, and are at an increased risk of miscarriages. Immune system. The immune system, too, relies heavily on sufficient sleep. Lack of sleep can suppress the immune response, reducing the number of natural killer cells that form the body's first line of defense against infections. Even minor sleep loss can impair immune function, whereas chronic sleep deprivation can result in a 40% increased risk of developing cancer compared to those who get 7 hours or more of sleep a night. Genetic health. Sleep deprivation can attack the very structure of your genetic material. Thousands of genes within the brain rely on consistent, adequate sleep for stable regulation. Insufficient sleep can alter the activity of 711 genes, increasing those linked to chronic inflammation, cellular stress, and cardiovascular disease, while decreasing those that are promoting stable metabolism and optimal immune responses. Sleep deprivation is a serious issue that damages every aspect of our physiology, contributing to a host of diseases and shortening lifespans. As Matthew Walker states, the shorter you sleep, the shorter your life. How to get better sleep, starting tonight. Are you ready to transform your sleep? Here are some practical, science-backed tips you can start using right away. Remember, if you are suffering from a sleep disorder like insomnia or sleep apnea, these tips alone might not be enough. Please speak with your doctor. 1. Diet and substances. Be mindful of what you consume. Avoid large meals before bed. Try to finish large meals at least a few hours before sleep. This is mainly due to 2 reasons: indigestion and metabolism. Think of your digestive system and metabolism like factories. Ideally, you want them to be winding down and completely shut down by the time you wish to sleep. Limit fluids. Before bed. Drinking a lot of fluids before bed also disrupts sleep because of the need for frequent urination during the night. Many people have recorded much better nights of sleep since limiting fluids to 2 to 3 hours before sleeping. Caffeine. Timing is key. Caffeine works by binding to adenosine receptors in your brain, blocking the signal that promotes sleepiness and relaxation. Caffeine has a half-life of around 4 to 6 hours, meaning it takes that long for half of the caffeine to leave your system. Recommendation. To avoid caffeine interfering with your sleep, you should be avoiding it at least 8 hours before the time you intend to sleep. Some experts, like Matthew Walker, suggest aiming for 10 to 12 hours before bed. For example, if your bedtime is 11 p.m., stop drinking caffeine between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. Personal tip. Try to avoid coffee for the first hour of the day. This gives your body enough time to naturally clear the adenosine that's left in your system. Nicotine. Just like caffeine, nicotine is a stimulant. It has been shown to cause smokers to only get light sleep, meaning they tend to remain in the lightest stages of sleep and get less deep and REM sleep. If you are a smoker, it's important to understand that you are sacrificing the quality of your sleep. Alcohol, a sleep disruptor. Alcohol is a two-edged sword and full of myths when it comes to sleep. While it is a sedative and may help you fall asleep quicker, it ultimately disrupts your sleep cycle. It reduces the amount of deep and restorative sleep you will get. It is also one of the most powerful suppressors of our REM sleep that scientists are aware of. Even just a few glasses of red wine can significantly reduce your REM sleep. If you are drinking alcohol, it's good to understand that you are sacrificing the quality of not only your deep sleep, but especially that REM sleep. 2. Timing. Consistency is king. Regular sleep schedule. Going to bed at the same time and waking up at the same time is key. Regularity is king. and it will actually anchor your sleep and improve both the quantity and the quality, no matter whether it's a weekday or the weekend. This is because your brain has a master 24-hour clock that expects regularity and works best under conditions of regularity, including the control of your sleep-wake schedule. Set a to-bed alarm. Many of us use an alarm to wake up, but very few of us use a to-bed alarm. This is something that can be very helpful. Naps. The author suggests not taking naps after 3 o'clock p.m. While naps can be good for recovering from any sleep loss the night before, taking them too late in the afternoon or early evening will make it harder to fall asleep that night. Naps temporarily reduce the buildup of adenosine, thus releasing some of that sleep pressure. Ignore the weekend. As far as your body is concerned, the weekend is just 2 days where you can mess up your healthy sleep cycle. Try to avoid changing your sleep schedule too much on Saturdays and Sundays. Listen to your body. Try not to push through that sleepy late evening feeling. That's the exact trigger we're working towards, which makes it easier to fall asleep. 3. Light levels. Control your light environment. Morning. Sunlight. Catch the morning sun when you wake up. Sunlight is a key factor in regulating and resetting your circadian rhythm. By getting some sunlight early in the day, your body gets a clear signal that it is now daytime, which helps to suppress melatonin production and make you feel more awake. The sooner you can get it after waking up, the better. It also sets your circadian clock on a timer to release the hormone melatonin in about 12 to 14 hours' time, which is going to make you feel sleepy later that evening. On bright, cloudless days, you should apparently stay outside for around 10 minutes. On cloudy days, it might take about 20 minutes, and if it's really overcast, it could take 30 minutes to an hour. Evening sunlight. It can be helpful to go outside around an hour or so before sunset and get a good 10 to 30 minutes of evening sunlight. When the light-sensitive neurons in your eye detect the specific color and intensity of evening sunlight, they send a signal to your circadian clock that it's getting to the end of the day and that sleep is coming. Try to be in direct sunlight, if at all possible, because windows and other barriers like sunglasses make the sunlight a lot less effective. Avoid bright artificial lights at night. We live in a dark, deprived society. In our modern technology-driven world, we are constantly being bathed in artificial blue light from phones, laptops, TVs, and other screens. This blue light, especially after sunset, disrupts our natural sleep cycles by tricking our circadian rhythm into thinking it is still daytime, halting the release of melatonin. The good news is that there are ways we can limit this. Recommendation: in the last hour before bed, try to stay away from all computer screens, tablets, and phones. Dim down half the lights in your house. You'd actually be quite surprised at how sleepy that can make you feel. Always set up and use the night shift mode or eye comfort mode features on your devices. If you want to go even further, consider blue light blocking glasses. The positioning of artificial lights can also make a difference. Having warm lights that are positioned low, like lamps and candles, instead of having ceiling lights on, can apparently make a difference to how effective our sleep can be. Scarily, the longer that we've been awake, the more sensitive we are to bright lights, making us feel even more awake. 4. Environment. Create your sleep sanctuary. Bedroom for sleep only. Ideally, your bedroom should only be used for sleeping and one other nocturnal activity. It has to feel like a sanctuary, and that environment's only goal is to help you sleep better. This environment shouldn't be used for working, eating, watching TV, or scrolling social media. The reason for this is rooted in how our brains form associations between environments and behaviors. Darkness. You want your room to be as dark as possible for optimal sleep. Whether that means getting sun-blocking curtains or blackout shades, these can really be a game changer, especially if you live in a large city with lots of light pollution coming into your room. If complete darkness can't be achieved, you can wear an eye mask or have blackout shades. Even small sources of light within your sleep environment from digital devices can be disruptive. Temperature. Keep your bedroom cool. It turns out that your brain and your body need to drop their core temperature by about 1 degree Celsius, or around 2 to 3 degrees Fahrenheit, in order to initiate sleep, and then to stay asleep. This is the reason that you will always find it easier to fall asleep in a room that's too cold than too hot. Optimal temperature. The current recommendation is to aim for a bedroom temperature of around about 65 degrees Fahrenheit, or a little over 18 degrees Celsius. It sounds cold, but cold it must be. You can open windows if it's warm, use a fan, or even consider a temperature-controlled mattress if money is not an issue. Some people find that having a hot bath or a hot shower before bed really helps, because the drop in your body's temperature after getting out helps to signal to the body that it is now time for sleep. Comfort. Having a comfortable bed and pillow are also important for optimal sleep. Using a weighted blanket is also a hack that some people have found helpful for falling asleep faster and staying asleep longer. 5. Your routine. Prepare for sleep. Exercise. Getting at least 30 minutes of exercise on most days will help improve sleep. However, do try to avoid any exercise 2 to 3 hours before you intend to sleep. Exercise helps to reduce stress, and stress has been shown to interfere with sleep. Pre-sleep ritual. Wind-down routine. Sleep as a physiological process is much more similar to landing a plane. It takes time for your brain to gradually descend down onto the firm bedrock of good sleep. Have a wind-down routine. In the last 20 minutes before bed, or the last half an hour, even the last hour, disengage from your computer and your phone and try to do something relaxing. This could be reading for 30 minutes, a physical book, not on a screen, taking a hot bath or shower, or listening to calming music. Find out whatever works for you, and when you have found it, stick to that routine. Anything within your pre-sleep ritual that doesn't require a screen, electronics, or more blue light is always preferable. Don't stay in the bed awake. Don't stay in bed awake for long periods of time. The general rule of thumb is if you've been trying to fall asleep and it's been 25 minutes or so, or you've woken up and you can't get back to sleep after 25 minutes, the recommendation is to get out of bed and go and do something different. Your brain is an incredibly associative device, and it might have learned the association that the bed is a trigger of wakefulness. You need to break that association. Only return to bed when you're sleepy. In that way, gradually, your brain will relearn the association that your bed is this place of sound and consistent sleep. Expect a wakefulness spike. This is a really quick tip. You should always expect to feel alert around 1 hour before your natural bedtime. This is a naturally occurring spike in wakefulness, so don't freak out if it happens. It's going to pass. Monitor your sleep. You can't change what you can't see, so it's always advantageous to have some kind of sleep monitor so you can track your sleep and adjust as needed. Devices like the Fitbit, Charge 5, Whoop Band, Apple Watch, or Oura Ring can be helpful. Putting it all together, your ideal sleep day. If you can incorporate as many of these suggestions as possible, you should be well on your way to better nights of sleep. Your ideal sleep day might look something like this. You'd have a regular bedtime and waking time, ensuring you get around 7 to 8 hours of sleep. You'd view the sun just after you get up, spending 10 to 30 minutes outside, and perhaps do some exercise as well. You'd delay your caffeine consumption for around an hour after waking up and stop drinking caffeine after around 2 or 3 p.m. You might go for a walk and view evening sunlight for about 10 minutes just before sunset. You would dim all of your house lights just a few hours before bed and avoid any bright screens. You would try and ride out any natural spike in energy that occurs about an hour before your bedtime. Finally, you'd keep your bedroom nice and cool so that you can fall asleep easily. Remember, I don't do all of these things every day, and that's okay. I try my best to stick to them, but I don't beat myself up if I have a little bit of a lie-in, or if I have coffee a little bit too early in the morning, or a little bit too late in the day. The goal is to build consistent, healthy habits over time, and progress, not perfection, is what truly matters. Recap takeaways. Let's quickly review the key points for better sleep. Sleep is essential. It's your body and brain's natural way to reset, repair, and heal every single day. Understand your internal clocks, your circadian rhythm, controlled largely by light, and adenosine, the sleepy chemical, work together to guide your sleep-wake cycle. The benefits of sleep are huge. Expect improved memory, better mood, increased creativity, stronger heart health, balanced metabolism, and a more robust immune system. Lack of sleep is harmful. It significantly impairs your cognitive abilities, negatively impacts your emotional stability, contributes to various diseases, and can even shorten your lifespan. 5 key areas for better sleep. Focus on your diet and substances, timing, light level, environment, and developing a consistent pre-sleep routine. Consistency is crucial. Sticking to a regular bedtime and wake-up time, even on weekends, is incredibly important for regulating your internal clock. Control your light. Get plenty of morning sunlight to signal wakefulness, and avoid bright artificial screens in the evening to allow melatonin to release naturally. Keep it cool and dark. Your bedroom should be a comfortable, cool, and very dark sanctuary for sleep. Wind down before bed. Give your brain and body time to gradually prepare for sleep with a relaxing routine, rather than expecting sleep to be an instant light switch. Don't stay in bed awake. If you can't sleep after about 25 minutes, get out of bed and do something relaxing until you feel sleepy, to prevent your brain from associating your bed with wakefulness. Did you find these tips helpful? Please like this video again and subscribe to English Journey for more amazing content. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue creating videos to help you on your English learning and personal growth journey. Quiz time! Now, let's test your understanding. Answer these questions in the comments below. Take your time, think about what you've learned, and try to use full sentences in your answers to practice your English. Question 1. According to Matthew Walker, what is the single most effective thing we can do to reset our brain and body health each day? Question 2. What is the recommended temperature range, in Celsius or Fahrenheit, for a bedroom to help you fall asleep and stay asleep effectively? Question 3. Why is it important to avoid caffeine too late in the day if you want to improve your sleep quality? Question 4. What should you do if you have been trying to fall asleep for 25 minutes and can't, or if you wake up and can't get back to sleep after 25 minutes? Question 5. Name at least 3 benefits of getting enough sleep for your brain. Share your answers in the comments, and I'll be there to check them. This is a great way to practice your English by writing and also to solidify your learning. Conclusion. You now have the knowledge and practical steps to start your journey towards better sleep tonight. Remember, improving your sleep is not just about feeling less tired. It's about unlocking your full potential, enhancing your learning, boosting your health, and ultimately, transforming your entire life. This new knowledge is a powerful tool in your personal growth journey. Keep practicing your English, keep learning, and keep growing. I'm Celine, and thank you for joining me on English Journey. See you in the next video. Keep learning, keep growing.